Welcome to Australia!
I used to do amazing adventures. That was who I was. I used to take people abseiling, rock climbing and teach people how to rig as a career. So the irony of this situation is that I went in for a routine surgery and woke up from the anaesthetic paralysed. Ben's shoot is what life is really all about. There was a lot of waiting around, there was a lot of setting up. You know, the weather turns bad, things don't work out as planned. It takes time to push through to get to the good stuff, and that's life. Whereas with Photoshop and Karen's shoot, you wish for your life to look like a Photoshop product, and it's not. To have Hamish involved with this with me was paramount. As he grows older, he's not going to know me as an able-bodied person. He'll have vague memories of a walking mother. I want him to see that I'm not just sitting in a wheelchair.
We're gonna have this over here is SJ. Her son's gonna be over here. They're gonna be leaning off the edge of a cliff. The flash is placed behind, creates a bunch of beautiful lights, catches the raindrops, which we're stuck with, but it's gonna look amazing. At least that's the plan.
So with a spinal cord injury, I have very minimal hand function, very minimal core strength. I can't walk. I suffer with a lot of spasticity where my body spasms. So with the rain and the amount of time, I had concerns about getting too cold, getting too hot, getting too uncomfortable, hanging off the edge of a cliff. I was teaching people how to move my body around, and that's no easy job. The best moment, I think, was when the riggers elevated me in my chair and I was hanging on the edge and I saw Hamish. I saw this real excited sparkle in his eye and he said, "Oh Mum, that must just feel so awesome for you to be back there." And he just nailed it.
Here it is!
Oh yeah!
Holy! My favourite, for sure.
Look on your face.
It does look real!
It is real!
It was more bang, bang, bang with Karen's shoot. I was told what to do, where to go, and you could play with body positions. I can't stand leaning off the edge of a cliff, so Karen was able to play with shooting different body parts and combine them together. The concept of the adventure theme in Karen's project, I really dug it because, I'm a mum and Hamish has always needed my help, and it's turning around now for him, helping me a lot. The beautiful thing about Photoshop is that you can add things or take them away. If you don't like the look of the shot, you can change it. And when I look at the leap of faith when it's in a print on my wall, I'll have mixed emotions. My wheelchair has something that can be taken away in Photoshop, but in my world, it's not taken away. Yeah, Hamish is the main thing that's probably keeping me alive. I've contemplated, trying to work out a way just to end it, but I can't because of Hamish. I don't think it has sunk in that this is how it's going to be. I still like to believe that some magical Photoshop thing will happen to change the picture. But as each day goes by, 3 years down the track, I start to realise that the picture is changing every day with my own efforts. We live in a world where it's photoshopped. We Photoshop our presentation of who we are. And as soon as I open up and I'm honest and I connect, I then have other people share their emotions and I don't feel so alone in my grief. Probably the biggest challenge to this lifestyle adjustment is losing my independence. It's just so hard to explain. You just have no idea what my life is like. Like, it's been great working on this set. Everyone else will go home and I've got to go back to my home. And that's kind of how I exist at the moment, is I just keep trying to have moments like this and trying to say, well, actually I can get out there on the cliff on some ropes with Hamish and still provide him with that opportunity to connect. I like Hamish seeing me pushing myself and being part of this project and shooting this stuff together, I guess is just another example of grasping a moment where I can share with him and he can see me doing something to inspire him and to be inspired by him. I'm proud of him growing into an amazing little person.